Hello, my name is Sophia Son. I am 7 years old. In summer camp, I read Henry Go Back Get the Dragon. This book is about dragons and Henry. The setting is Henry's home and Brewster Elementary. The characters are Henry and his friends Dudley and Max. Miss Mizzle and his family, and a magic dragon. First is first day of school. Miss Mizzle says, "Bring sweet thing in all about me back." Next, Henry found magnifying glass, soccer glove, and a toy dragon. He did a magic spell, and dragon became real. Then dragon escaped. Henry needs to hunt the dragon in the playground. Last, dragon was hiding in the tree. Henry say, "I wish you were toy again." And he take the dragon home. My favorite part was seeing the dragon cook real dragon, because I want to play with it. My least favorite part was dragon turning to the toy again. Thank you for listening.
Hello, my name is Kaede Kuroiwa. I am 8 years old. In summer camp, I read Henry Heckleback Gets a Dragon. This book is about Henry catching the dragon. The setting is Henry's house and his school. The characters are Henry, Heidi, Mom, Dad, Dudley, Miss Mizzle, Max, and the dragon. First, Henry went to school and met Dudley, Miss Mizzle, and Max. Next, Henry had to find 3 things about him. He found a magnifying glass, gory gloves, and a toy dragon. Then Henry made the toy dragon into a real dragon, but the dragon flew away, so Henry chased the dragon. Last, Henry found a dragon and turned it into a toy again, and became friends with Max. My favorite part was when Henry lost the dragon found all about me back because it was funny. My least favorite part was the dragon's spell because I thought it didn't work. Thank you for listening.
Hello, my name is Yumin Chan. I am 7 years old. It's summer camp. Henry Heckleback is book. Henry got a real dragon. Setting the Henry's home, Henry's school. Character is Henry, Heidi, Mom, Dad, his friend, Dudley, and Max, and Miss Mizzle. Toy dragon. First, Henry picture. First day school. Then Henry went to school. Next, Henry magnifying glass, gory glass, toy dragon. Fourth, All About Me project. And chanting the real dragon. Lost the dragon. Next, Henry found dragon. And fourth, friend Max. My favorite part is Max hair is put the hat because she like a boy. My least favorite part is class laughing at Henry because the class. Thank you for the listening.
Hello, my name is David. I'm 7 years old. In summer camp, I read Henry Jacobi. This book about Henry and a dragon. The setting are Henry's home and Henry's school. The characters are Henry and Max, Miss Mrs. Douglas, and a dragon. First, Henry went to school with Mrs. and found 3 things. Next, Henry go to his home. He found 3 things. First, magnifying glass, soccer glove, and toy dragon. He found the book. He chanted a spell, make 2 real dragon. Then dragon ran away. Time for dragon hunt. Last, it turned back to a dragon. My favorite part was dragon turned real dragon because it was funny. My least favorite part was Max get angry at Henry. Thank you for listening.
Hello, my name is Liuki. I am 10 years old. In summer camp, I led Henry Jacobi as a dragon. This book is about Henry finding a dragon. The setting is Henry's home and Henry's school. The characters are Henry, Dudley, Max, Heidi, The characters are Henry, Dudley, Max, Heidi, Miss Major, Mom, Dad, and a toy dragon. First day was Henry's first day of school. He met Dudley, Miss Major, and Max. Next, Henry found magnifying glass, gory glove, and toy dragon for the All About Me project. Then Henry turned the toy dragon into a real dragon. Henry lost the dragon. rested, and he found the dragon. And he found the dragon. And he found the dragon. Found because friend Max. My favorite part was we eat dragon eating snacks because me hungry. My last favorite part was Max and Heidi bumped, but because Max just left because Max is not nice. Thank you for your listening.
Hello everybody, my name is Sophia Lee. I am writing second grade. Today I'll talk about Book Uncle and Me. Did you want to hear the story? The story is happening in India at the Lending Library. The main characters are Yasmin, Rini, Anil, Book Uncle, Karate Samuel, and SLY. Yasmin went to the Lending Library and got a thin book from Book Uncle. Yasmin was sad because she thinks a lot about the lesson of the story. Book Uncle loses his job because Rini's dad wrote a note to Karate Samuel SLY asking, wrote, "The Lending Library is not mine." Yasmin told the school and wrote a note to Karate Samuel asking for help. Karate Samuel didn't keep his promise, and read a book called Karate and changed his mind and gave Book Uncle permit for free. My favorite part was the party because everybody was smiling and it looked fun, and Book Uncle finally get his job back. The lesson of the story was to think twice before you speak. Thank you for listening.
Hello, my name is Paul Lee, and I'm going to talk about a book called Book Uncle and Me. The setting of the story is at a lending library in India. The main characters are Yasmin, Rini, Anil, Book Uncle, Karate Samuel. Yasmin got a thin book, but she is disappointed because she can read thicker books. She keeps thinking about the lesson of the book. SLY said to Book Uncle, pay permit or leave the lending library. Yasmin and her friends wrote letters that said vote for Karate Samuel because SLY is a bad mayor. SLY is greedy because his daughter's getting married at this hotel, and he wants to get everything clean and get rid of the lending library. Karate Samuel is the new mayor now. He lets Book Uncle get his lending library back, and they permit for free. They celebrate together. My favorite part was celebrating because his daughters, Yasmin, Rini, Anil, and all of their family and friends were celebrating about Karate Samuel helping Book Uncle get his lending library back. The lesson of the story was think twice before you speak. Thank you for listening.
Hello, my name is Charlotte and I am in second grade. I will talk about a story called Book Uncle and Me. The main characters are Yasmin, Rini, Anna, Book Uncle, SLY, and Karate Samuel. The setting of the story is at the Lending Library in India. Yasmin came to Book Uncle, but he got a notice from SLY telling Book Uncle to leave the Lending Library.
or pay for a permit, but Book Uncle has no money, so he has to leave the lending library. In her dream, the dogs fly together because the hunter is trying to get the dog. They fly together and fly to a safe place. After the dream, Yasmin tells her friends to write the letter to Karate Samuel about helping Book Uncle to get his lending library back. Karate Samuel gave a permit for free to Book Uncle. Everyone goes to Book Uncle's party to celebrate Book Uncle getting his lending library back. My favorite part of the story is when Book Uncle got lending library back because I'm so glad he can give books for free again. The lesson of the story is when everyone works together, we can solve all the problems. Thank you for listening. Hello, my name is Rosa Shim. Today I will talk about the storybook Uncle and Me. The setting of the story takes place in India at the lending library. Yasmin, Rini, Krati, Samuel, and Book Uncle are the main characters. Yasmin gathered a book from Book Uncle about dogs. She thinks a lot about the lesson of the story. Book Uncle lost his job because SLY wants his city to be clean, but he says lending library is dirty. Yasmin helped Book Uncle by writing letters to Krati Samuel about helping Book Uncle. Krati Samuel gave Book Uncle the permit for free. Everybody is having a party. My favorite part of the book is when Krati Samuel gave Book Uncle the permit for free. Everybody is having a party to celebrate Book Uncle's getting lending library back. The lesson of the story takes place in think 2 times before you speak. Thank you. Hello, my name is William and I will talk about a book called Book Uncle and Me. The main character of the story is Yasmin, Rini, Book Uncle, Karate Samuel, and SLY. The setting of the book is in lending library in India. Yasmin came to Book Uncle to get a book, but Book Uncle got a notice from SLY to leave the lending library or pay for a permit. But Book Uncle has no money, so he has to leave. Yasmin had a spooky dream about many doves flying to get to the safe place. After Yasmin dreamed, Yasmin told her friends and family about writing letters to Karate Samuel to help Book Uncle to get his lending library back. The Karate Samuel won the election. Karate Samuel gave Book Uncle a permit for free. Everyone went to Book Uncle's place and party to celebrate Book Uncle getting his lending library back. My favorite part was when everyone went to Book Uncle's place and have party because everybody is having fun together. The lesson of the book is when we work together, we can do everything. Thank you for listening.
Hello, my name is Ryan Kim. I'll teach you about a book called The Tale of Despero. First, Despero, who was a mouse, was born upstairs in the light. In fact, he was born with his eyes open. His brothers and sisters tried to teach him how to be a mouse, but Despero ignored them. One day, Despero spoke to a princess called Princess P. His brother Frollo saw him and told his father, who called the mouse council. The other mice wanted to send Despero to the dungeon because he broke the rules. Despero was sent to the dungeon. A rat named Roscura was born. in the dungeon, and then he saw a light and he wanted to be in the light. And so he went upstairs to the light. He was in a banquet. Roscuro climbed the chandelier and fell in the queen soup, and the queen died. King Aula soup and rats. A girl named Meg was born. Meg's mom died. Meg was sold to a man she called uncle. Meg became a servant in the castle. Roscuro wanted to take revenge on the Princess P. Despero lost his tail. Princess P was captured and taken to the dungeon by Roscuro and Meg. Despero tried to save the princess, and Princess P was saved. One of the problems in this story is when Despero was sent to the dungeon, but Despero escaped. One of the lessons that I learned is when somebody I like is in danger, even though it's impossible, you still should try to save them. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Reina, and I will tell you about the tale of Despero. Once upon a time, Despero was born with eyes open and big ears. He was different from his families. Before Despero was born, Queen died because she saw rat in her soup. The rat that fell in her soup name was Roscuro. Roscuro wanted to see the light and wanted to live upstairs. Despero was not a normal mice, and one day he broke the law. He let humans touch his head and also talked with humans. This was illegal, so Despero was suddenly sent to the dungeon, and he was so sad when he discovered Furlough, his brother, was the one of the mice to take them to the dungeon. In the dungeon, he met Gregory. He was the dungeon keeper. Then finally, he escaped. So he went to the kitchen, and his tail was cut off. And later on, Roscuro's tail was cut off too. Princess P was captured and taken to the dungeon by Miguel and Roscuro. When Despero saved her, she said if we could eat soup together, and everyone agreed. So they ate soup happily ever after. I would like if you like this story. The climax is when Princess P was taken to the dungeon. The resolution is that Despero saved Princess. My favorite part is when Despero was talking with Roscuro. The theme is that we should not break the law. So again, my favorite part is when Despero saved Princess P. I think the lesson that I learned in this book is that we should not break the law. Thank you for listening.
Today I will talk about the tale of Despero. There are main characters in the book: the Despero, Roscuro, Meg, and Princess P. When Despero was born, he had big ears, so he can listen well, and he fell in love with her, but he sent to the dungeon. On there, he met Gregory, and Roscuro met Meg. And Roscuro used her to take Princess P to the dungeon. But Despero saved her. And the Despero fight with Roscuro, and Despero win. And I learned vocabulary in the book. And main problem is Desperos and Roscoe and me take Princess Peach to the dungeon. And Despero saved her. And my favorite part is chapter 1 because it starts this great story. Thank you for listening.
Hello, my name is Ian. I read The Tale of Dexborough by Katie Camello. The story was about a mouse named Dexborough, and Dexborough is different from his family. A story taking place in the Kingdom of Gore. Dexborough fell in love with Princess P and spoke with Princess P. So Dexborough sent to the dungeon because he broke the rules. Before Dexborough was born, a rat named Dexborough was cruel, who liked the lights. Roscuro went off there for the lights and fell into Queen Sue, who died after. We met Marguerite's dad, who had traded Marguerite. Then Marguerite saved and taken to the castle by King's Knight. At the castle, Big met Princess P. Big had to go to the dungeon because he didn't do her work. At the dungeon, Meg met Roscuro, and they make plan for Princess P. Follow me, then I will not kill you. Then Princess P taken to the dungeon by Big and Roscuro. Dexborough helped Princess P to escape from the dungeon, and they all eat soup together. The main characters are Dexborough, Margarita, Roscuro, and Princess P. The major problem is when Princess P taken to the dungeon by Meg and Roscuro. The resolution is Dexborough help Princess P to escape from the dungeon. My favorite part of my book is when Dexborough fell in love with Princess P. The least favorite part is when Roscuro fell into Sue and Queen died because Queen saw the Roscuro. The lesson of the book is we should help each other. Thank you for listening. Hello, my name is Noel. Let me introduce the book, The Tale of Dexborough. There was a mouse named Dexborough. He was not afraid of humans, and he fell in love with the princess. The mouse council thought he would put other mice in danger, so they let him go to the dungeon. Despero met Gregory, the jailer, and there was a rat named Chiaroscuro who went by Roscuro. He liked the light, but rats are supposed to like darkness. One day, he went upstairs where the light was. He fell in the queen's soup, and the queen died because she was shocked to see a rat in her soup. Let's talk about Miguel's cell. Miguel's mom died and her father sold her. Poor Mig. And Mig met someone who had to call her uncle. Years later, a knight took Miguel to the castle, and a cook sent Miguel to the dungeon and delivered the food to Gregory. And she met Roscuro, and he persuaded her to bring the princess to the dungeon. Roscuro put Miguel and Princess P to the hidden chamber. And later, Desperate came to save the princess. And kill Roscuro. But the princess said, "Don't kill Roscuro," and forgave him. And the princess said, "Roscuro, do you want some soup?" And they ate soup together. Thanks to Pia and Roscuro can go everywhere from the castle to the dungeon. My favorite part was when Pia forgave her enemy Roscuro, and there's darkness fighting with light on Pia's heart. Sometimes I fight with my darkness. I learned the courage to choose life like Princess P. Thank you.
The main character Despero was born. Despero was different with other mice. Princess P was a human. In the mice's law, mice can talk to humans, but Despero broke the law and made it to the dungeon. In the dungeon, there was a rat called Roscuro. Roscuro loves the light, so he decides to go to the upstairs. Roscuro fell into the queen's soup and the queen died. After that, the soup was banned. There was a girl called Mig. Mig's uncle, who is her not her real uncle, is mean to her. Mig has cauliflower ears and she wants to be a princess. So Roscuro tricked him and Mig get inside the dungeon. Despero escaped the dungeon by Gregory putting the blanket. His napkin, and Despero tumbled out while
while Meg is cleaning his tray. So the cook said to kill it, and Meg missed it and cut his tail. Later on, the Princess P got taken and gets sent to the dungeon. And Despero became brave and saved Princess P. After all, Despero lived happily ever. Thank you for listening.
Hi everyone. The Tale of Desperex is a book about a mouse named Desperex who goes on a great adventure. He falls in love with the human princess, and this gets him in trouble with the other mice because he spoke to her and let her touch him, which is against the mice rules. He's sent to the dungeon but is able to escape because of the human named Gregory. We meet a rat named Rose Squirrel who was born years before Desperex and he loved light. He went upstairs for the light and fell in the soup of the queen who died after soup became banned by the king because of this. Big is a human girl we meet. She was raised by her dad, but later sold by the king's knight. She goes to the castle to she's tricked by Roscoe to take Princess P. Desperate goes to save her, and Princess P helps make everything better when she invites them to come upstairs and eat soup. There she is tricked by Roscoe to take Princess P. Desperate goes to save her, and Princess P helps make everything better when she invites them to come upstairs and eat soup. I like this book because it's fun. Thank you.
Hello everyone. Today I'll tell you about The Tale of Desperate by Kate DiCamillo. It is a story about a mouse going on an adventure to save the Princess P. The main characters are Despero, Princess P, Mig, and Roscoe. These are the main characters, but there are more. There are 4 small books in one, like book 1 to book 4. A mouse named Despero fell deeply in love with a princess named P. So, when she was kidnapped and sent to the dungeon by Roscoe the rat and Mig, Despero went to save her. Despero wanted to be Princess P's knight in shining armor. Despero was sent to the dungeon by the mice community because he broke the rules by revealing himself to humans and talking to them. Every mouse that went to the dungeon never came out, but Despero was saved by a man called Gregory. When that was happening, a rat named Roscoe was planning to lock the princess in the dungeon. So he made a team with a serving girl named Mig. Years before Despero was born, the rat squirrel fell in love with light. He was not supposed to because he was a rat. One day, he went upstairs and fell in the queen's soup. The queen died because she was so shocked, so the king outlawed soup. The king wanted the death of all rats in the kingdom, but the king's men only got lost in the dungeon when they tried to kill the rats. Years later, the princess was kidnapped by Mig and Roscuro. Despero found her. When Despero came, the princess's bravery grew, so she asked Roscuro to lead the way out of the dungeon. Then the princess will give him soup because Roscuro liked soup. So they came out of the dungeon, they all ate soup and lived happily ever after. My most favorite part is when Despero was born because I like the character very much. My least favorite part is when the princess was kidnapped because it was shocking. I learned not to agree with others' bad decisions because when Mig agreed with Roscuro's bad decision, it led to trouble. I think the most fantastic part is when Despero's family, Lester, Flo, and Antoinette, saw him eating soup with Princess P, the king, Mig, and Roscuro, and they are amazed by the sight. Thank you for listening to my speech.
Hello everyone, my name is Uni and I am rising 3rd grade. Today I want to tell all of you about the tale of Despero. And once upon a time there was a small mouse called Despero was born, and he was different from others. One day Frollo and Marlet, his sibling, went to teach him what to eat, but they wanted him to eat the paper, but he didn't. He only read it. And long ago, the queen died because of the rats. And Despero, so that's why there is no king. And Despero fell in love with the princess. And he went to the dungeon because he did not follow the laws. And one day he escaped the dungeon because of help of Gregory. And now the princess is in the dungeon because of Mig and Roscuro. So Despero went to save her, and they ate the soup and lived happily ever after. My favorite part was where Princess and Despero meet in the first time because I think they fell in love in the first time. And my least favorite was when Princess P is going into the dungeon. The main character is Despero, Roscuro, Princess P, and King, and Princess P. The lesson that I learned was, let's follow the laws. Thank you for listening.
Hello everyone, my name is Junmok and I'm rising to 3rd grader. Today I will tell you about the tale of Despero. The tale of Despero is about a tiny mouse named Despero with big ear, whose family say he wouldn't survive. They live in castle, and their number one rule is don't show yourself to the people. However, Despero showed himself to the Princess P, and he fell in love with her. Despero talked with people, even let them touch him. This made other mice angry, and they sent him to dungeon. In dungeon, he met Gregory. He met Taylor Gregory, who helped him to escape. When he was escaping, Despero heard Roscoe plan to keep Princess P in darkness. The Roscoe is full like light and hates darkness, and Princess P, he teamed with Megrisa, who sold by her dad to a man who hits her a lot. Her dream is to be a princess. The climax of the story is when Princess P is taken to darkness. Despero comes to help the princess. Princess P, but she was also able to help herself. Megrisa decided to help her and accidentally cut Roscoe's tail off. Princess ends up becoming friends with everyone and even forgives Roscoe. The lesson of the book is help the friend and be kind. My favorite part is when Despero's tail is cut, because even though Despero's tail is cut, he is still alive. alive. It's amazing, so it's my favorite part. My least favorite part is when Despero is born, because Despero was different from others. Thank you for listening.
Hello, my name is Jin Cho and I'm rising up 5th grade. Today I want to introduce a book called The Wild Robot by Peter Brown. The summary of this book is that how a robot survives in the island. The main characters of this book is Ross the robot, Brightbill the goose. The main problem of this book is that Ross came to an island but she doesn't know where she is and doesn't have friends. Some major events that happened in the book was first, when Ross learns how to speak an animal language, because now she could communicate with the animals. Second is when she got a house from a Mr. Beaver, because now it will be helpful for Brightbill and Ross living in the island. Third is when Ross teaches how to make a fire to the animals, because now the animals could use fire like humans and survive during the cold. The climax and resolution is that the Rickles came to an island and Ross was badly damaged, so she decided to leave the island. Because if she doesn't leave, the Rickles will continue to come, and which will be bad for the animals. My favorite part of this book was when Rickle 1 had got killed by a rifle, because I was interested that how can an animal shoot a gun. And my least favorite part was when Chit Chats, which is Brightbill's first friend's tail, was burned by Rickle 3. The lesson that I learned in this book was that everything has a purpose. And I could know that in chapter 58, the owl said everything has a purpose. And he said the owls are meant to hunt, the rats are meant to guard. Thank you for listening.
Hello, my name is Irene. Today I'll be going to talk about a book called The Wild Robot by Peter Brown. A short summary of the book is that Roz is a robot and came to the island by a sinking ship accident. The island is the animal's home and Roz tries to fit in and survive. The main characters are Roz the robot, Brightbill the goose, Reckles the stronger robot, and Mother Bear, Nettle, and Thorn the bears. The major problem is that Ross doesn't fit in the island. One event that happened to the story is when Brightbill hatched and Ross adopted him. I think it's important because Ross has a son now, even though he's a gosling, and we can see how much Ross cares about him. But there are still things Ross can't do with him. For example, Ross can't swim with him. But she still shows she cares by giving him food and hugging him. Brightbill knows she cares about him very much, even though they aren't a real family. Another event that happened to the book is that during Brightbill's migration, Ross built a fire and keep others warm during the winter. Also, I think it's important because it shows Ross has a purpose, which is to help others. Also, it helped Ross become closer with the animals. The climax is when the Reckles came. I think the Reckles' purpose was to help others. The Reckles' purpose was to find the Rosm units, including Ross. The resolution is when Ross decides to return to her makers because her body was broken and she wanted to keep the animals safe. My favorite part was when Ross led the parade. There was a parade because Ross couldn't walk after saving Thorn from falling. I liked seeing the animals walking right beside her. My least favorite part was when Ross's body broke. I didn't like it because she had to say goodbye to her friends. The lesson I learned is that everything has a purpose. Super the owl said, the sun is meant to give us light, plants are meant to grow, owls are meant to hunt, mice are meant to hide, and raccoons are meant to scavenge. Thank you for listening.
Hello, my name is Amy. Today I will talk about The Wild Robot, written by Peter Brown. The story is about a robot named Ross learning how to survive on the island. The main characters are Ross and Bright Bill. Ross is a helpful and generous robot, and she is Bright Bill's mother. Bright Bill is a kind and loyal goose. The main characters are that the main conflict of the book is that Ross does not belong on the island. In the beginning, Ross learns how to camouflage and speak animal languages. I feel like this is important because this was the first step of being friends with other animals and to survive. After she accidentally kills Goose's family, but there was one egg left which became Bright Bill, her son. I feel like this is important because she makes a new friend who is also family. Another important part of the story is that when Bright Bill has to migrate during winter time, I feel like this is important because it shows how Bright Bill is slowly becoming an adult. The climax is when Reckles came to the island. This is important because the animals came together to fight the Reckles and help Ross. The resolution is that Ross decides to go to the factory to meet her maker because she wants to protect the other animals and to fix her broken body. The lesson I learned is to be kind to others, then they will help you in return someday. I feel like this is important because we need to help others like Ross helped and cared for other animals, even when they treated her like a monster. My favorite part is when Ross met Bright Bill and became family, because a new family formed. My least favorite part is when Reckles came to the island, because at the time a lot of animals got hurt. Thank you for listening to me.
Hello, my name is Jason and today I'll talk about The Wild Robot written by Peter Brown. The book is about a robot named Ross learning how to survive on the island. The main characters are Ross, Bright Bill, and the Reckles. Ross is a robot who knows how to camouflage, act, and survive on the island. Bright Bill is a goose. He is Ross's son. The Reckles are enemy robots to Ross and other animals. The conflict of the book is that Ross do not belong on the island. Some of the main events of the story is when Ross learns how to camouflage, act, and survive in the wild. I think this is important because Ross can learn how to talk with other animals and be friendly. Another part is when Ross met Bright Bill. I think this is important because Ross accidentally killed the goose family, so Bright Bill was alone. When Bright Bill hatches from the egg, he might die. So Ross took her responsibility and became his mother. The climax of the book is when the Reckles came to the island to get Ross to the maker. The resolution is when Ross goes to the maker because she was ruined and she didn't want more animals being hurting. My favorite part is when animals kill the Reckles because it made me feel relieved. My least favorite part is when Ross accidentally killed the goose family because it made me feel sad. Overall, a lesson I learned in the story is that if you continue to be kind, you could make friends, just like Ross. Thank you for listening.
Hello, my name is Sally. Today I will talk about The Wild Robot by Peter Brown. Peter Brown grew up in nature and learned a lot about local wildlife. He was also interested in robots.
Nature and robots were the inspiration for this book. The book is about a robot named Ross adapting into the environment and learning many things about the nature. Some of the main characters are Ross and Brightbill. Ross is a robot that other animals once believed as a monster. Brightbill is a goose that Ross adopted as a son and friend. The conflict of the book is that Ross did not belong on the island. She had trouble making friends because she seemed unnatural. Some of the main events of this book are Ross camouflaging and learning the animal language, her adopting Brightbill because she felt bad for accidentally killing his parents, and Ross helping many animals by making fires in lodges when a winter storm came. The climax of this book is that the recluse where other robots came to the island to retrieve Ross. Many animals got hurt because they defended Ross from the recluse. But the resolution to the story is that Ross leaves the island to the place she was made because she couldn't bear to see her friends be hurt. My favorite part of the book was where Ross adopted Brightbill because she was responsible for accidentally killing his parents. My least favorite part was where the other animals called Ross a monster because it was mean to insult her like that. A lesson I learned from the book is that even if you have enemies, you should always be nice to each other. I learned that when Ross helped Thorn the bear even when before he tried to kill her. That was the book, The Wild Robot. Thank you for listening.
Hello, my name is Liam. I am 8 years old. I read the book Heidi Come Back as a Secret. This book is about Heidi went to school for the first time. First, Heidi did not want to go to school. Next, Heidi went to school and met Lucy. Then Heidi and Lucy go on Earth tour. Heidi drew her face, but me and Melanie came and zigzag Heidi's drawing. Last, Heidi went home and she drank a soda. That asked how was school, but Heidi went to her room. Heidi knew herself a witch. My favorite part was Heidi met a new friend, Lucy, because that part was happy. I did not like when Heidi didn't want to go to school because that part was not fun. Thank you for listening.
Hello, my name is Leila. I am 10 years old. I read the book Heidi Come Back as a Secret. This book is about Heidi went to school. First, Heidi did wanted to go to school. Heidi was so angry. Next, Heidi went to the cafeteria. Heidi's new friend was Lucy. Then Heidi went back to home. Heidi did a soda test. Last, Heidi opened the secret box. There was a book of pen and medal in the box. My favorite part was chapter 11 because Heidi was so happy. I didn't like chapter 6 because Melanie was so mean. Thank you for listening.
Hello, my name is William. I am 9 years old. I read the book Heidi Come Back as a Secret. This is about Heidi go to school. First, Heidi didn't want to go to school. She changed happy pancake to bad pancake. Next, but Heidi went to school. She met Annie Parker, the principal. Then Heidi meet new friend Lucy, but Melanie drew a zigzag or Heidi's self-portrait. Last, Heidi got some cookies, and Heidi Heckelbeck said, I am rich. My favorite part was chapter 4, because Alien is good and funny and happy. I didn't like chapter 1 because it was boring and not funny and not happy. Thank you for listening.
Hello, my name is Joaquin. I am 9 years old. I read the book Heidi Heckelbeck as a secret. This book about Heidi going to school. First, Heidi was in a home, and Heidi don't want to go to school. Next, Heidi met friend Lucy and got into the orchard, but Melanie zigzag on Heidi's drawing. Then made soda with Heidi, but that talk about school. Heidi was sad. Heidi went to her room and cried, and Mom came to help her, and she stopped. And we ate cookies. My favorite part was chapter 6 because I like how Melanie painted zigzag on Heidi's drawing. I didn't like when Heidi go first time at school because I thought it was boring. Thank you for listening.
Hello, my name is Elena. I am 8 years old. I read the book Heidi Heckelbeck as a secret. This book is about Heidi going to school for the first time. First, Heidi didn't want to go to school. Next, Heidi met her new friend Lucy, but Melanie zigzag on Heidi's picture. Last, Heidi realized she is Heidi Heckelbeck a witch. My favorite part was chapter 5 because her was so cute. I did not like chapter 6 because Melanie was bad. Thank you for listening.
Hello, my name is Lucas and this is my book report on the boy in the striped pajamas. The main character in this story is Bruno, who is a 9-year-old boy that lives in Berlin during World War II. He has 3 best friends, and when he grew up, he wants to be a soldier like his father. He finds out he needs to move a house to Auschwitz, which he goes out with, because of his father's new job. The new house is the opposite of the old house. Bruno wants to go back to the old house because he is lonely and misses his 3 best friends. He meets a new friend named Shimu, who is Jewish, wears striped pajamas. He looked very sad and sick, so Bruno brought food for Shimu every day. After 1 year, Bruno needs to go back to Berlin. The climax in this story is when Bruno changes clothes and sneaks inside the fence. Bruno can't go back to the house because soldiers making Jewish people mad. He can't get out. Bruno and Shimu died. The resolution in this story is Bruno's family feels very sad. My favorite part in this story is chapter 18 and chapter 19, because they are the most fun part in this story. This is because Bruno and Shimu planned the next day. Bruno will change clothes and sneak inside the fence into the fence and help Shimu to find his father. My least favorite part in this story is chapter 1 because it's not interesting. Chapter 1 just tells us Bruno came back to home. He found out he needs to move a house. I think the theme of this book is friendship. Because Bruno and Shimu's a friend, we can know that because Bruno brings Shimu food and they talk every day. Bruno also tries to help Shimu to find his dad, but they could not. Thank you for listening to my presentation on the boy in the striped pajamas.
Hello, my name is Julie, and this is my book report on the boy in striped pajamas. The main character in this story is 9-year-old Bruno, who wants to be an explorer. Set during World War II, he was living in his good house in Berlin. He liked living in there because of his 3 best friends, and he enjoyed sliding down banisters. But one day, his mother told him that he was going to move to Auschwitz, which Bruno called Outwit. When they reached to there, Bruno was disappointed of Outwit because it was the opposite of his old house. It means that there are no best friends or any shops. While spending few weeks lonely, Bruno decided to explore near the fence, which was banned from him. While exploring along the fence, he met a boy named Shumel, whose birthday was exactly same as him. They became best friends and they spent a lot of time together. The climax of this story is when Shumel's father goes missing and Bruno decided to find him inside the fence. But they failed to find him and they went to the gas chamber and they died still holding their hands. And the resolution of this story is when Bruno's father finds out what had happened to his son and regrets what he had done. And my favorite part of the story was when Bruno and Shumel meeting the first time because I think it was the important part of the story. And I like the expression of a dot that became a speck, that became a blob, that became a boy. And my least favorite part was when Kotler asking to Shumel and Bruno because I think he's very bully-like and he hurt his Shumel. The theme of this novel is history like this shouldn't repeat again because in the end of the story, the author said, and all of this happened a long time ago and nothing like this could ever happen again. Thank you for listening.
Hi, my name is Jiu and today I'll talk about my book, The Boy in the Striped Pajamas. First of all, there are 2 main characters, Bruno and Shimon. Bruno is a 9-year-old German boy who had to leave Berlin to Auschwitz during the World War II because of his father's job. And Shimon is a Jewish boy who is living in Auschwitz camp. This book starts with Bruno leaving his house to Auschwitz. At first, he was lonely and desolate for his new house. However, he meets a new friend named Shimon. Because he meets a new friend, he likes Auschwitz better than before. In climax, Bruno and Shimon planned a last adventure because Bruno had to leave Berlin again. In following action, they went to concentration camp and soldiers made them march to the gas chamber and they died. In resolution, the rest of the family was sad and regrets about their behavior toward Jewish people. And my favorite part of this book was the beginning because I was excited to see what happened to Bruno in Auschwitz. And my least favorite part of this book is when soldiers are shouting at Jewish people because I was irritated by them because the Jewish people was injured and not able to work properly. And I think the theme of this book is everyone should be treated equally. The beginning of this book shows the inequality between German people and Jewish people. However, the German people didn't think ashamed about their behavior towards Jewish people. The end of the book shows the Bruno's family's sadness towards Bruno even though they treated Jewish people same as their son. Thank you for listening.
Hello, my name is Ruthie and this is my book report on the boy in the striped pajamas. The main character of this book is Bruno. He is 9 years old and he wants to be an explorer or a soldier when he grows up. He is a son of German commander living in Berlin during the World War II. He finds out he is moving to Auschwitz because of his father's job. After he moved, he hated it there because there weren't any friends to play with and it was strange. Then he met a friend called Shimon, who lived on the other side of the fence and wore striped pajamas. Bruno didn't feel lonely after he met Shimon. Each day, Bruno gave some food to Shimon. One day, Bruno found out he had to move his house to Berlin again, so he decided to explore for the last time and help find Shimon's dad. The climax of this book is when Bruno wore a striped pajamas and went on the other side of the fence. While Shimon and Bruno were in the camp, they ended up in a group of Jewish people who were walking into a building. It was a gas chamber and they died. The resolution of this story is Bruno's family felt sad because of Bruno's disappeared. My favorite part of this novel was, even though Bruno told a lie that led Shimon to an horrible situation, Shimon forgave and hugged him. I cried after this part because it was so heart-touching. My least favorite part of this novel was when Pavel accidentally dropped a wine on Cutler. Cutler hit and shouted at him. But Bruno's father didn't do anything. He just ate food. I didn't like this part because Bruno's father was so rude and cruel. I think the theme of this novel is friendship. Even though Bruno and Shimon lived different countries, different families, they could be friends. They helped and forgave each other even though they did bad things. I think the friendship is stronger than everything. Thank you for listening to my presentation.
Hello, my name is Olivia and this is my book report on the boy in the striped pajamas. The main character, Bruno, was 9 years old and he was living in Berlin during World War II. And he wants to be a soldier or an explorer when he grows up. And he doesn't like his sister Gretel because she teased him a lot. And he finds out that he's moving to Auschwitz, which he called Auschwitz because of his father's new job. He was very lonely in the new house because the new house was very desolate. But he became happier when he made a new friend, Shumul. Shumul was living on the other side of the fence and he was wearing striped pajamas. I think Bruno and Shumul's friendship was very tight because Bruno and Shumul needed each other and I want to have friends like Bruno or Shumul. The main climax of this book was when Bruno went into the concentration camp to find Shumul's dad and to play with Shumul. But suddenly, just marched to somewhere, and it was a gas chamber, and Bruno and Shumul died in there. The resolution of the story is Bruno's family was very depressed, and Bruno's father found out what had happened to Bruno, and he felt very guilty what he had done. My favorite part of this story was when Bruno said to Shumul, "You are my best friend," in the gas chamber, holding their hands. It was very touching, so I liked that part. And my least favorite part is when Cutler hit Pavel. Pavel spilled a little bit of wine to Cutler, but Cutler hit Pavel a lot. I think this book's theme is history shouldn't repeat. What had happened in the Auschwitz was too violent to repeat. So if there's someone like Hitler, I think we have to stop them. Thank you for listening.
Hello, my name is Hamin, and this is my book report about the boy in the striped pajamas. The main character of the story is Bruno, and Bruno lives in Berlin during World War II. He likes reading stories and he wants to be the soldiers or explorer. But one day he finds out he moving to a new house on Auschwitz, which he calls on Outwith. After moving to a new house, he hated there at first because the new house was scary and lonely. But one day he meets Shumel, and Shumel wears striped pajamas, and he wants to be a zookeeper when he gets older. And Bruno and Shumel talks almost every day, but after a year, Bruno has to go back to Berlin. So Bruno and Shumel decided to go in the camp, but when they go in the camp was scary. So the soldiers make Shumel and Bruno go into the camp, and they died. So the resolution of the story is family felt sad. And my favorite part is Bruno and Shumel die together in holding hands. Why this is my favorite part is because this shows Bruno and Shumel's relationship. And my least favorite part is Kotler hits Pavel. Why this is my least favorite part is because Pavel is kind, but he is sick and old. But Kotler hit him, so that part makes me angry. I think the theme of the story is family, because in first chapter Gretel was mean to Bruno, but the last of the chapter she cried because Bruno is missing. I think family felt very sad when they lost their members. Thank you for listening to my presentation of the boy in the striped pajamas.